Hello and welcome back to another studio vlog. This is my second vlog. I will link my first one in the description box below. I will also link my Instagram as well as my Etsy page so you can find this good boy that we're painting today. He is the Chinese Zodiac Ram. I'm actually doing the full collection of the Chinese Zodiacs, so I've already got the snake and I've got the rabbit, so they are on my Etsy page, which you'll be able to find as well. So I started sketching him off screen because this good boy was not being such a good boy, and I needed to get a reference photo for him, and I couldn't do that because I film on my phone and I was using my phone for the reference photo, so I had to start him off camera, and then I started filming him on camera once I got the general shape right. So right here, I'm just starting to lay my paints down, and I use two color palettes mainly. I use the Arteza 24 metallic paint set that I just got in the mail, and then I used my Prima watercolor set, the Decadent Pies. Both of these sets are amazing, and the Decadent Pies one, I typically use the blackberry and blueberry paints. Like right now, I'm laying down the blackberry and then I'm putting the blueberry on top of it to get that wonderful color contrast and the more galaxy feel to the painting. And then with the Arteza metallic paints, yes, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, they're shiny, they spark all of my wild raccoon and blackbird dreams with just how decadent they are, but they are on the more chunky side, so if you're just using them alone, be cautious of that. Add a lot more water than you would think, because once you do a layer of it, you can see where it kind of settles into the watercolor paper, and it doesn't give the most beautiful effect, I would say, because I wanted to test them out first and see what kind of consistency they had, and I wasn't digging it so much just on its own. But mixing it with my Prima watercolors, they make the most beautiful contrast to each other, and the glitter really sinks into the other paint. So right now what I'm doing is I'm putting that first initial layer down for my ram's head, so he's coming into his own, and ooh, it looks like I'm already starting to play with that beautiful Arteza watercolor set. So I did use the lettuce green and the lime green for him, just because I was thinking about what kind of animal he was and where he lives and what he would munch and snack on, and I thought, well, he probably would eat a lot of grass, and grass is green. So So to give him some more character, I just splashed some green on him because I didn't want him to just be another galaxy. I wanted him to have personality and character and to really come alive on the paper with the specific coloring that I chose for him. So I think he turned out quite spectacularly. I think he's a beautiful good boy, and his coloring and the shininess is just, it's wonderful. I couldn't have asked for anything more. So now I'm just continuing adding all of that beautiful color to him, and I go over my paintings quite a lot. So I layer them with lots of color, lots of pigments, lots of water. I sometimes will just dip right into the pan instead of using, my pre-mixed water and color together, just because I want a richer tone to a specific area. And then, oh, I'm using another color. I forgot about that. So I actually dipped into diamond white, it looks like. And I think I did that because his little snoot area, some of the blue was kind of getting into the green. So I wanted to pick up some of that paint and make it more vibrant. And then I moved on to his wonderful horn. So you'll see in this clip basically that I had a plan, and my plan did not go accordingly. So I wanted to use the negative white space to create that magnificent swirl for his horn. Wonderful in theory. Execution, I did poorly. I give it a 2 out of 10. I really messed it up. But I figured I was going to use Procreate at the end of this to zhuzh them up a little bit and clean up some of those other lines that I eventually just kind of gave up being careful, and I just went with it. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to paint his horn. I'll fix it in Procreate. He's going to be a beautiful boy. So that's basically what I did. So you'll see that. You'll see me go from being super careful to just kind of splotching paint on and going, all right, this is what we're doing now. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. So I just wanted to have fun with him and make his horn regal and majestic and beautiful. So I did use a lot of the lime green, I'm not going to lie. So as I started to build up the layers, I wanted his horns to be his accent piece, something that would draw the eye to that portion of him, because yes, his lovely little face is beautiful and it's very nice and subtle, but I wanted his horn to be bam in your face. I'm a horned ram and I'm coming after you, basically, because the ram is, it can be a little aggressive. We all know this. It's fine. So here I'm just building up the layers and I'm getting ready to drop some of that beautiful shimmer on there. I just wanted to make sure that it was dark enough on the outside and light enough on the inside before I started adding the shimmery bits. So right here is where I get going, and I'm just slowly starting to use the wet on wet technique because it was quite wet. And in the area where I really dropped that lime green, I just went for it. It was really, really wet. So I just picked up a large amount of paint and I just dropped it in that spot and I went with it. So it's right, oh yeah, there it is. Look at that, it's so beautiful. Oh, such a good boy, I love it. I just about died when I did this because it was a magical moment and I was like, oh, you're done. You're beautiful. See, look at him. He's gorgeous. Now I move on to the mane. So the mane, I think, was my biggest struggle because, again, I wanted to use that negative white space, and you can actually see me try it here. You see me attempt. You see me fail. It's okay. I threw in the towel. I said, you know what? We're just going to do his mane one concrete piece. So then I won't have to go around those negative spaces. And in the end, I think that if I would have done it that way, the painting would have looked really broken up because I don't think I could have gotten the traditional galaxy feel if I would have had to go around those negative white spaces. So I basically threw in the towel with that one and continued just doing it as one solid piece. And then you'll see me actually upload it to Procreate and fix all of those things that I wanted to put in the original painting, but just was not skilled enough to do. I don't have any traditional classes. I don't have any training. I basically picked up a paintbrush very young and just started painting. And then I found my love for watercolor one day. Oh, yay, I'm getting to cut him. My mom, beautiful woman she is, she gave me this X-Acto. It's a phenomenal piece. I have not been able to find one so large, so her just giving it to me, she's a wonderful lady, guys. So here I've actually transitioned outside of my home because I'm doing the splatters for our little ram boy. He is turning out wonderfully, but when I when I go in with ink, I get really messy. So I usually do it outside because I was finding that I was having a lot of splatters on the table, on me, on the floor, on our dog. So I relocated outside for this little bit just to respect the flooring in our house, and the objects need to be protected, especially our beautiful little doggo. She's not a Dalmatian, she is a lab, so she doesn't need any little spots and whatnot. So again, I'm just using All right, look. So I'm using the Bombay White India ink, and then I am using Dr. Martin's Iridescent Calligraphy Color in Copper Plate Gold. So I don't know if you're supposed to use them this way. I mean, they're calligraphy ink, so probably not. Don't tell them. But I like how the effect comes out when you smack a couple of paintbrushes together with ink on one end. Makes the perfect stars. So here I am just uploading it through my little Doxy scanner. That is why I had to basically shear him down to size because my Doxy Go is quite petite, so he would not fit in his original form. So now I'm just uploading him to my iPad, and then I go in with Procreate, which you can see here, and I'm just putting the final touches on this sweet, sweet boy. I am making sure that all of those negative spaces that I wanted in the first place are actually there, and you can see them pretty well. So I wanted everything to be separate but still a part of the same piece. So each part, so his basic face, his horn, and then his mane are all, of course, a part of the same painting, but I wanted them all to be separate. And I think the effect comes out really nice. So right here I'm doing those cute little swirls. See, it just works so much better on Procreate, and Procreate's like 10 bucks and then it's yours forever. It's a wonderful tool. So this gorgeous boy is almost done. I'm just finalizing some little bits and pieces on him. So he will be posted to my shop, and I will link that down below, as well as all of the items that I used in this as well, so you guys know what I did. I'm also going to be posting a video every weekend, so once a week. I think that's a pretty good goal for me. So if you want to come back and check me out, leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching.